how can we trust that you won't do the same to us if we mess up or if something goes wrong with us? So now they go back and they lie. They go back and they lie to the girl and tell him that Riri got away. And then they confront him about him killing the last tech guy and lying to them. And in that, he gets mad and then he fires everybody and kicks everybody out and goes solo. Now, the white dude thinks that he's done with him. He did his job. He killed Riri, but it's something about this that he just does not trust. He's questioning him, but he ends up taking control over him through the robotic suit that he gives him, and he commands him and makes him work for him, makes him his personal robot, and so to speak, his personal butler, because he could control him now through his suit. And so the guy thinks that he's done with him, but he's not done with him. In the process of this, Riri goes to get help to fight this cloak because now she understands she's dealing with something a little bit more that she can handle, and she has a piece of the cloak. So she takes it to these people, a mother and daughter who work in a shop, which she gets word that they know magic and know how to deal with magic. And that's when we get this dope scene where the daughter kind of wishes them to this other world or some magician stuff. You know what I'm saying? We get to see some Doctor Strange type things going on here where she takes them to this other place. And the mother doesn't even know the daughter knows all of this stuff. She's learned so much about magic. And we get this real cool scene, and they examine this cloak and how dark it is. And they make her aware that magic is behind this thing. But they don't tell her where this cloak comes from. They just tell her to get that thing out of here and to stay away from the shop and don't bring that around. That's what the mother tells her. And she says, get away from this stuff. Don't mess with this. It's dangerous. They don't give her enough details. And so I think after this, Riri recruits that young girl to help her to create some type of magic. And she tries to rebuild her suit using junk parts out of the car that her and her stepdad worked on together. And they have a little mini heart to heart flashback where her and her dad her stepdad has this bonding moment of them building a car together and her having a hard time and all the great advice that her stepdad used to give her. It kind of just brings more context and more background to why this character cares so much about her stepdad and the bond that they had and losing that and why that has sent her down this dark path that she's been on. It just helps you better understand the character. And you have a little heart-to-heart moment if you've ever had a dad or a stepdad, anybody in your life that's a representation of a father that showed you the way, whether you're a little girl or a little boy, you've all had those moments with your dad or your stepdad that you can really kind of connect to. So there's real deep emotion and emotional bond in this movie of relatability where you can relate to this character not being perfect, and the connection of a father or a father figure that were there for you in your life and really cared about you and loved you and showed you the way. You know what I'm saying?